Well, thank you so much, Monica, for sitting down and talking with me today on another episode of Deployment Diaries. And I am so excited because we are actually not talking about a dog. We're not talking about a cat today. We are actually talking about a rabbit. And I can't wait to hear all about that sweet little fluffy girl. But before we start talking about her, would you mind sharing a little bit with us about your family's military journey and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Monica Barfield. Being a military spouse for 13 years. My spouse served in the U.S. Air Force, and I'm Italian, born and raised.
Oh, wow,
And
that's so
I was
cool.
I was born less than an hour from beautiful Venice in Italy, and I have two children. One is Joseph, that is about to be 12 this week on Thursday, and my other child is a girl of 9 years old.
Oh, well, happy
So
early birthday to Joseph.
thank you so much. And now we are stationed in Joint Base Andrews, Maryland. That is only 25-30 minutes from Washington D.C. And so we are brand new to this base. We're still discovering, the different places around the base, but we found some really good people already. So we're very grateful and thankful.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about yourself. Now, the whole reason why I'm talking with you today, Grogu is your family's rabbit. Can you tell us
Mhm.
a little bit about her and what she means to your family and especially to your son Joseph?
Well, Grogu was given to us from one of my children Sunday school Bible teachers back in South Carolina, and we have her since she was a baby. She was little,
Oh,
so we have her since June 2021. So we've been having her from over 4 years, and she means the world to us. She's like an extra family member, and especially for Joseph. Joseph is as a child that is being diagnosed with OCD, ADHD, and as well in the spectrum of autism. So Grogo is not acting like a regular animal, is also considered like mental, health support animal. That's why she's so important, because she's a point of foundation for our son, I mean, that is looking for her, 24/7, and definitely the separation from the time we arrived here to having her still overseas was rough. And all of us, especially from him, for him, because it was keep watching all the time videos, of bunnies, and it was doubting that she could arrive here, but we pull all the strings that we had to pull, never give up. Even we had people offering to take her in, and we always say no, that she was not for sale, because she was more valuable than that, and also because of her role that she's covering for our son.
absolutely. They're more than just pets, especially for children that have military parents where, you're constantly moving and there's a lot of things that are inconsistent and changing, but animals are that solid foundation of pets. They're more than just pets, they're family for military children, for military members themselves, and especially it sounds like for your son Joseph. And I
Mhm.
know you just mentioned a little bit about um, there was a period of time where you were without Grogu. Can you share a little bit more with myself and our listeners about that challenge that your family faced when you received sudden PCS orders from Germany back over stateside? And can you walk us through what exactly happened and why Grogu couldn't come with you at that time when you came over?
Yes, basically, we had a humanitarian PCS. A humanitarian PCS is a PCS, that happened so fast, where family members have to leave the location where they are. If there's one of the military members or their family members, they need medical treatment, in another base. They just you receive your orders, you gotta go. So our orders arrive on a weekend, and the following week on a Thursday, December 12th, we were on a C-17, one of those big planes that does the med evacuation and transported here and us here in Joint Base Andrews. So our household goods were not packed. They got packed the following week, and Grogu was left behind. So we had to make sure that she was taken care by other members that were in my spouse unit. So we had the blessing that a couple of people took her in and took care of her in this time of separation. But there were quite an amount of months, from the time of departure to have her back here. So they were quite challenging, to leave her over there, and there was an emptiness
Mm.
for sure. So
I I can't
that's
even imagine what that emptiness must have felt like.
and it was, yes, especially, that they were like, is she gonna be able to travel here by herself, with no us to be, the next day at the airport, like it happened when we moved from, you know, Shore Force Base where we were stationed to Germany, because she flew before the day before us, and the next day we were there at the Frankfurt airport to pick her up. This time, the time was longer, we were not there, so and she had to come here alone. She was travel, with under our passport, so it was a little bit challenging, but it happened, and that's the main important thing, that the result was positive, and we have her back, and that was our goal.
We're so excited that Grogu is back with Joseph. I know how much my dog means to me, so I can't even fathom what that must have been like for him being without Grogu. Um, During that time, you said that there was a period of time that passed before you were able to bring her back over to the United States from Germany.
Mhm.
Dogs on deployment played a role in that. You were able to benefit from our Pet PCS program. And for our listeners who might not be familiar with that, our Pet PCS program is part of Dogs on Deployment's financial assistance arm, where we help with transportation costs for pets, whether it's overseas or back to the United States. And reason for that is unfortunately we have, since COVID-19 hit the world, we have seen a largely drastic increase in the cost that is associated with transporting pets to and from overseas. And the fantastic news is that there is a new military reimbursement policy that does assist and give a financial assistance back for transporting pets. However, while it's leaps and bounds and fantastic that it's recognizing the importance of pets in military families, the downside is because of that increase that I mentioned, it often falls drastically short of remotely putting a dent into the cost associated with moving your pets. And more importantly, for Monica's situation specifically, it only applies to cats or dogs. It unfortunately does not apply to other animals like rabbits. And as someone who has had small animal pets myself growing up, I totally do not devalue the difference between dogs or guinea pigs or rabbits. They're all family, they're one and the same. So that being said, you were able to receive a financial assistance grant in order to help with some of the cost of bringing Grogu back over to the United States. How did you first learn about dogs on deployment in our Pet PCS program?
Well, here, because of Joseph B, ADHD, OCD, and spectrum of autism, Joseph is enrolled in the EFMP, that is Exceptional Family Member Program. That is, if military family don't know about this program, but they do have a child or themselves, they have health issue. This is a great program to be enrolled to. They have activities during the week. They do field trips. They do many things. And the one of the staff members of the EFMP pointed out of dogs of deployment, and I think she was the first one that got in touch with you guys firsthand. So we really appreciate her to point out of you guys, and then you were amazing in set up this fundraisers for us, put it out, in your web page, our story, and with our challenges, with Joseph challenges, of this time of separation from our bunny, and we were really pleased, of the result, of the participation of people that we may know, and also the people that we didn't know, that they were caught up in the story, and they took their time and read the story and did the donation. And so we really appreciate every single one. Doesn't matter how much they put in the fundraiser, but because what they did for us, really, it was amazing. So thank you for it, to all the ones that got involved, financially, and make our dream come true, my son's dream come true.
What was it like? How excited was Joseph when Grogu finally got back home?
I think we were all excited, but especially, of course, him, because that's his body, his pet. So, and I think it was, when we got the news, that she was arriving, that we had to pick her up, and in Virginia, and it was extremely excited. It didn't go to school that day. Neither my other child. We drove to the airport, and we met with an agent over there that took care of her, to have her clear with costume, and so happy. I mean, he started jumping, and he started shouting, "She's finally here! She's finally here!" I said, "Yes,"
Oh.
and he said, "I'll never let you go again." I was like, "Yes, we will never let her go." So, I mean, every day that before going to school, he make sure that he pets her, he feed her, and say to her, "Now I have to go to school, but I'll be right back." So it's important to him with his routine, that for somebody they might be just pet. She's a pet rabbit, like you say, there are cats, there are dogs, guinea pigs. I mean, I think every animal for humans that but especially I think the people that have challenges, the support that they give is different. She's important, for him to fight his challenges.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. There's something just so special about animals. Absolutely, especially going through all the different challenges that he faces. I'm Dogs on Deployment is so honored and thankful that you let us be a part of that journey for Grogu and being able to help give Joseph his little buddy back.
Mhm. Yes, definitely.
For other military families who might be facing similar struggles with pet transportation during their PCS moves, what advice would you have and give to them?
I would say never give up. When they said to that it is not possible to have your animal back with you, never, never, don't listen. Never give up. And reach out to docs on deployment. They will definitely help you. And have your animal back in your arms. Don't give up. That's my advice. Don't give up, because everything is possible. Reach out with the resources that we have. Docs in deployment is one of these resources. As military member, let's utilize it and make our dreams happen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Monica, for sitting down and talking with me today and sharing a little bit about Grogu, the little fluffy bunny in your life, and sharing how important she is to Joseph. We really appreciate you taking this time to talk with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. It was amazing what you guys did to for us, what you did in the past for other families, other military members, and I wish that the other military members in the future there will continue to experience the wonderful experiences that we did experience with you guys. Because I mean, it's been a blessing.
Absolutely. Well, that's certainly the goal and certainly the plan. If any of our listeners are interested in supporting Dogs on Deployment's Pet PCS program to help families like Monica, Joseph, and Grogu, and many, many others that we would love to continue to help, especially as PCS season is really ramping up, we extremely value the role that pets play in military families' lives, especially for their children. You can go ahead and visit dogsondeployment.org and hit the donate button. You actually have the option to select if you would like, choose which program that your gift is benefiting. You can select the PET PCS program, or of course, you can do it as a general donation, but any support is appreciated because we would love to continue to make an even bigger impact in the lives of families like Monica's.
Hey there, it's Elisa Johnson, president of Dogs on Deployment. As a veteran and a pet owner, I know firsthand the challenges military members face, especially when it comes to pet ownership during deployment, training, or PCS moves overseas. That's why I created Dogs on Deployment. We are the only free to use nationwide online network of volunteer pet boarders willing to care for military member pets during their service commitments. We have one goal: to prevent unnecessary pet relinquishment by service members due to their service commitments. No military member should have to give up their beloved pet when duty calls. But we have one problem. We need you in order to help us achieve mission success. If you support the troops and love animals, you can sign up to volunteer to board one of our pets in need or make a donation online to support our Hero Pet Boarding Network. Don't wait. Visit dogsondeployment.org to get started, and don't forget to follow us on social media too. And hey, just because we're called Dogs on Deployment doesn't mean we don't help cats too. I've got dogs, cats, and even chickens, and through our network, we've helped every type of pet. So don't wait. Visit dogsondeployment.org today to support your troops and their pets.